Hello, I'm Theolyn Cortens and welcome to my Pathworking with Archangels course. This is the first video in a series and there will probably be around 15 of them altogether. They will be posted every other day for the next few weeks and you are invited to participate in experiences, listening to audios and contemplating the archangels in your own time in between my videos. And this is the introduction, which is really just to get you set up to see how we're going to proceed. Okay, so you need to download and access some materials. The first thing that you'll need, you can see up there, is a leaflet, Pathworking with Archangels leaflet, which describes what we're doing. It gives you a discount code for some audios, and it has a list of the archangels, so you can tick them off if you wish as you work through them. The second document will have, I think, about 16 pages. I've forgotten how many pages, but it's all in colour. So hopefully you've got enough coloured ink, because really print those out, because those are the images of the archangels, including also a couple of diagrams of the tree of life. Really useful. Then you get some audios. Now, if you go to my shop, you'll find Meeting Archangels, not Working with Archangels, that's a different set altogether. Meeting Archangels, priced in the shop at £15, but in the leaflet is the discount code, so you get it free. The last component that I'm offering are the videos, every other day videos. But 1/5 component could be to have a good journal to write in, a lovely notebook, and then not to forget to offer your experiences in the comments below every time. Now, if you put comments below and if you put questions below, I will do my best to address them, as many as I can. And I will either put comments there, or if the questions are really helpful for everybody, the answers are helpful to everybody, I may actually include the answers in the videos themselves. So I hope that's clear. That's how it works. You need to download all that stuff before the next video goes up in a day's or so's time, right? So the archangels that we're working with are the archangels of the tree of life. They appear in these cards in my angel script pack of cards. You absolutely do not have to get a copy of that, because everything you need for this course is going to be given to you. But you might like to have them, and they're in the shop if you do. So let's see what we're working with here, the tree of life. I'll tell you, as we go along, I'll tell you a bit more about my personal adventures with the tree of life. But up in the corner there, you can see a black and white diagram of the basic tree of life. Now, this is the way the tree of life works according to the mystics. So number one, we must remember that what they are saying here is that this pattern is an invisible structure, a structure so subtle that it is beneath the atomic level. It might even be what the scientists have called superstring theory, because they have 10 dimensions in their theory, and some of them say there are 11, and the tree of life has 10 containers of energy and then one mystery place. So we're talking about subtle energy, which is, hardly measurable by any man-made measures, human measures. And the mystics say that it's come from so far beyond our understanding that we can hardly compute. It's absolutely limitless, the energy that has provoked these structures to come into a kind of subtle pattern that will allow invisible energy to manifest into physical energy. So the Tree of Life theories are all about how does the invisible become visible? How does the intangible and unmeasurable become tangible, tangible and experiential? How is it that we experience physical world as something that we can feel and measure, touch, taste, hear, all those sensory experiences we have, when originally it was completely invisible to us, beyond us? That is what the mystics were attempting to explain. And their explanation is that beyond the top of the Tree of Life, where we see the crown, beyond there is this amazing Ein Sof Or, limitless, boundless light and energy. In fact, this energy is so limitless that it's probably not even possible to describe it as light and dark or in any way at all. It's beyond us. But the energy pours itself into a structure, this subtle structure, and the Tree of Life attempts to describe that based on mystical experiences, not on looking under the microscope, for example. So it pours, it rolls like water flowing through a plumbing system, through all the channels. And then every so often, the light gathers into what they call the sephirot, the containers of light. And each container of light has a different quality. And some of those qualities seem to be loving and supportive. There's understanding and there's mercy. But then there's also severity. So what they're saying is that all the qualities of these archetypal energy fields are essential as part of the whole. And bringing them into harmony, bringing them into balance is key to creating heaven on earth. You'll see at the top of the map there are the headings: pillar of balance in the middle, active pillar, passive pillar, yin and yang. So this is a description of the way yin-yang energies can work together, can pulse between each other, making the most beautiful potential for manifestation. And if they're out of balance, then the manifestation is not beautiful, not harmonious, not in balance. And you could say quite fairly that that's the kind of place we're in today. So any work that we do as individuals and groups that addresses that issue of how do we rebalance? How do we rebalance? How do we acknowledge severity? How do we acknowledge the need for victory is one of them, right? So that's about assertiveness. How do we balance that with mercy and understanding, which is also called compassion? So that's what these exercises are about, getting to know the archangels. So if you look at the next diagram, and both these diagrams are in your set to print out, if you look at the next diagram, you'll see that there's a little thumbnail picture of the archangels, who are the guardians of these reservoirs of light, sometimes called gates of light. So the archangels are the governors, if you like. They take charge of these qualities. They are the originators of these qualities. The divine flow which has come through has no qualities in the first instance, and then it takes on qualities in order to express itself, in order to become manifested. So as you will see, you may not be able to see the detail, but you will see that they come in different colours. So which way am I pointing? I'm not looking over my, yes, it should be over my other shoulder, that shoulder. Yes, so if you look at that diagram and look at the one that you've printed out, you'll see all the different archangels, and they come in different colours, and different colours are definitely associated with the archangels. although we have to say that they are actually beyond the rainbow. The light that comes through sort of does kind of splinter itself in a way, a bit like light coming through a prism and creating different colours. And those are kind of human illusions because of our perception of light. But it's very useful to us to associate different colours with the different qualities. So over the next few weeks, over the next few videos, we will be taking journeys to meet those different archangels, to recognize and acknowledge the gifts that they can bring to us, to accept the competing qualities in such a way as we understand them not to be competing, not to be fighting, but to be collaborating. Because if we see one side of the tree as the most preeminent, the most important, and we throw the other side of the tree into a relegated position, then the powers get distorted. The powers of the archangels can get distorted unless we maintain our confluence with them, unless we can maintain our experience with them and enjoy the different qualities that they present to us. Right, now I think I've covered most things there that you need to know for now. Let me just recap. You need to download all the materials. Those will be your guides as we go along. You need to get access to the free audio materials. Again, the discount code is in the first leaflet. So there's two PDFs and an audio. And then after that, it becomes simple because you just follow these videos every other day. Now, here's an exercise for you to do before you join the next video. Take the printouts that you've made, A4 printouts, lay them out on the floor somewhere so you can see the map of the archangels. Sandalphon and Oriel at the bottom, Metatron and Shekinah at the top, everybody else lined up in their rows down the pillars. Okay. And I want you to contemplate that map and consider which archangels really call to you, which archangels seem welcoming, which archangels seem challenging, and allow yourself to, well, just say to them, okay, I'm going to welcome you all. I'm not going to keep any of you out of my life over the next few weeks. I'm going to enjoy the fact that I can discover something new about angels in general, archangels especially, and also discover something new about who I am and how I can be creative in the world. Because this is a map of creativity, right? Think about it. The divine is a creator. The divine is using the energy that is limitless to create something. And from our perspective, that's created our lives, that's created the planet Earth and all the cosmos that we can measure with our telescopes. So this is about creativity. How does something invisible create something that is visible? And this applies to you, because you are a co-creator, yes, but we could also say a sub-creator. You are also able to take divine energy and create something in your life. And I'm hoping that you'll get that out of this workshop, out of this series, because that would be a big step forward to be able to take your own energy, your own visions, and say, yeah, by doing this, 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 and this, working in balance, working with the archangels, I can see myself manifesting the vision that I have in my own mind for my future life. So again, welcome. And I'm really looking forward to making all these videos for you, and I would really enjoy it. It would be so great for me if you would make comments and leave your feedback and share it with more people. And every time you have a question or a comment, make sure you put it up. I'll do my best to answer everything, and we're going on a great journey together. Stay joyful.